Alright, so you want to play Distant Worlds 2, but you don't know which race to pick? Well, don't worry, I'm going to tell you a little bit about each one of them and what they are good for. So a lot of the big part of this game is that a lot of the things can be set to automatic, so you can really focus on the things and enjoy it. And with that related is the race, because the races can give you different bonuses in specific areas. So for example, if you want to focus on war, you will want to pick a race that gives you a lot of bonus with war related stuff, and then you might want to set other things to be automatic so that you can focus on the thing you enjoy. On the other hand, if you enjoy, for example, trading and mining resources and finding the right resources, you want to pick a race that's focusing on that so that you can enjoy the gameplay that you like, and then maybe set something like war or diplomacy to automatic. Okay, so let's first talk about what's unique for each race. So each race will have different events that are specific for that race. Then each race will have a specific technology that's just true for them, and then each race will have its own different bonuses and for research, so everyone will be good in different type of research, and also different colonization modifiers. So each race prefers certain types of planets, and it will be easier for you to colonize these types of planets. Finally, each race has its own victory condition. So let me now show you an example for the Boskara victory condition. And then also some races have something that's just uniquely special for them, and we'll talk more about it once we get to it. So let's begin. The Ackdarian. So the Ackdarian are industries and efficient builders. They mainly focus on really good research and building. They prefer ocean planets, so they have bonuses when you move towards ocean planets, and they're very good scientists and master hull engineers. Their unique technology is focusing on efficient engines, interceptors, and bombers. Specifically, it's turbo thrusters, skip fighters, and wave bombers. Victory conditions are that they want to control ocean colonies and build the largest ships, perform the most research in the galaxy, own the largest capital ship in the galaxy, control the largest ocean colonies in the galaxy, and have the most research treaties in the galaxy. And they have a special government type that's unique just for them, and this is called technocracy. Technocracy governments place engineers, scientists, and technical experts in control. This gives you bonus to all research, to counter espionage, and it will lower corruption. Lowered corruption is really good because you will not lose as much money for each of your colony you will due to corruption, because your corruption won't be as much. But it will lower colony happiness, so you might encounter unrest, mining rate, and population growth. Generally, this species is very good if you want to focus on research and you want to build quickly. Next, let's talk about Boskara. Boskara are the most violent and aggressive race in the galaxy. They excel in combat and also in using trickery and deceit to gain the upper hand. They're untrustworthy allies, and they're very aggressive and very unreliable. They have bonus for volcanic planets and sulfur volcanic planets, and a negative bonuses to essentially any other type of a planet. When you look at the feeling towards other races, you can see that we have a lot of numbers like minus 100%, 70, 80, as opposed to Ackdarian, which only had like 20, 30, so it's much worse. When it comes to their unique technology, they have a lot of special weapons. So they have Firestorm Torpedo, they have plasma blasters, and they also have their special own armor. Now, right now I'm going to show you in the research what it looks like. Right now you can see a specific research just for the Boskara nation. So here you can see an example of victory conditions for the Boskara race. So you can see that they want to control the most homeworlds in the galaxy, destroy the most enemy troops in the galaxy, exterminate or enslave the most people in the galaxy, and destroy the most enemy ships and bases in the galaxy. And you can see your progress. And then if you gain a victory threshold of 70%, you will win the game. And this is combined with other victory targets that you've set up at the beginning of the game, so like territory, population, economy, and etc. They also have their very own type of a government that no one else has, and that's the hive mind. Hive mind governments can be formed by alien races that have natural telepathic abilities. And they give you a lot of bonuses, mostly to population growth, war wariness, counter-espionage, troop recruitment, so a lot of troop recruitment, so this will help you gain better army. It does also lower your corruption even better than the Ackdarian, actually. So this is obvious because if you're a hive mind, you're connected, so you won't have many individual, I guess, desires or thought. I won't be able to corrupt much because everybody's connected. You do get negative effects to diplomacy, tourism, and trade. This is rather obvious because the Boskara race is very aggressive, so no one wants to trade or, you know, cooperate with them. All right, now let's jump to the Haakonish species. Now the Haakonish species are very intelligent, and they're somewhat xenophobic. So if you look at their diplomacy, you're gonna see like minus 50%, which is kind of between the Boskara and the Ackdarians. They prefer to live in marsh swamps. They're very selfish, but they're mercantilist. Their victory conditions control one location supplying high-value resources and earn the most trade income in the galaxy. Their special technology is Mega Density Fuel Cell, which is a better cell that will last longer. They have a longer range gravity beam. They also have a start field generator, which is a type of a stealth countermeasure. Now, with the Haakonish, if you're going to be playing with the Mercantile Guild, you'll be able to manually control mining ships, which is huge. So normally the mining ships are self-controlled. You can click on a mining ship and tell it to go somewhere. But if you're playing with the Haakonish race, you can't do this. When is this useful? Sometimes you might just not have enough resources. For example, if you get raided by pirates a lot, you might end up in a situation where you don't have enough resources for something. And you might not even be able to build a mining station in order to get that resource because you don't have the resource to build a mining station. So what you have to do is you have to wait for the ships to sort of automatically, or the private sector of the mining ships, to decide to mine whatever it is that you want, even though you don't have a mining station there. Because remember, mining ships can mine things even if mining station is not in range of it. And then they bring it over to you. But if you have the Haakonish race, you can click on your mining ships yourself and you can direct them to wherever you want to go, and they will mine whatever you want and give you the resources you need. There's one more race that can also have Mercantile Guild, so just something to keep in mind. The Mercantile Guilds are highly focused towards commerce, trade, and industry. The ruling structure is often loose and informal, so you get bonuses to diplomacy, construction research, but mostly mining rate, trade income, colony income, and etc. Get negative effect to colony corruption because as you're focused on commerce and everybody's focusing on having so much money, that obviously makes corruption a little bit higher as well. Next, let's talk about humans. So humans are curious, cunning explorers. They're very adaptive and adventurous. They're talented scientists, spies, and diplomats. Humans are very good in the scientific research. Their scientists and engineers are quick to see the application of new discoveries, inventing new technologies based on this knowledge. They're also very good diplomats. So as you can see, they have some bonus to diplomacy and espionage and research. And their special technology, they have Falcon fighters, which are interceptors, bulwark missiles, which is like a accurate point defense, and hail cannons, which is a high rate of fire rail guns. Their victory condition is control 100% of all continental colonies in the galaxy, have the most defense treaties in the galaxy, destroy more enemy ships and bases than you lose, earn the most tourists, and earn the most trade income. They don't have any specific government that would be just for them. They prefer democracy or a republic, but other species can also form the democracy or republic, so this is not unique for them. Next, let's talk about the Mortalen. So the Mortalen was another race that was available during the beta. They're considered to be like honorable warriors. So now these are a bit more honorable warriors as opposed to Boskara. They're considered one of the best fighters in the galaxy. But if you look, for example, at their diplomacy, you can see that this is much better than for the Boskara. It's about minus 40% across the board. The Boskara used to have minus 100. So they're still not like great to be friends with, but it's definitely a lot easier than with the Boskara. And they prefer rocky deserts. And you can see that they have a lot of bonuses in armor, in weapons, troop, and damage control, because they're really focused on combat. Their special research is swift vector thrusters, which makes them more maneuverable, pulse torpedoes, which has a high rate of fire energy torpedoes, and multi-lock sensors, which gives them improved targeting. Their victory conditions are have the most experienced general in the galaxy, have the most experienced admiral in the galaxy, conquer the most enemy colonies, win at least 70% of our wars, and subjugate the most empires in the galaxy. Now, similarly to humans, they don't have any preferred type of the government. They like to have a military dictatorship, but this is again available for other species as well. This increases counter-espionage, weapons research, troop recruitment, as you would expect. Essentially, it focuses on military. Next, let's focus on Teekans. Or apparently quite smelly. Teekans are born traders, profitably selling their wares far and wide. They're also excellent miners, rapidly exploiting any natural resources they discover. They enjoy hunting the Bagdur, which is a sand slug, and they're semi-nomadic, so they live they're going to try to kind of move around. They have high bonus to colonizing sandy deserts, and they have their bonuses in trade and repair and mining. Their feeling towards that is actually pretty good. As you notice, there's a lot of minus 20%, so this is similar to the Ackdarian. It's actually quite good in this list here. They also have the Mercantile Guild. Now with the Teekans, the same as I already explained with the Haakonish, if you pick the Mercantile Guild, you can manually control mining ships. Now as you can see, I have the mining ships over here. And I'm going to try to tell it to go mine LPS, and even though I'm clicking it, it's not going to do anything because this is the Boskara nation and you can't do it with them. Now here you can see that when you click on the mining ship, it actually says no mission. So I can click on this and actually tell it to go mine, for example, this specific asteroid, this X927. So I can say to go here, or I can say no, go there instead, and you can see that this changes over there. So I'm going to go to where I want them to go. Now here you can see the exact victory conditions for the Teekan. They want to start the fewest wars in the galaxy, earn the most trade income in the galaxy, gain the most research and tech, have the most non-aggression packs in the galaxy, and destroy the most Vordicars. And as for their special research, they have zip shuttles, they have ion bombs, which are better weapons, and grapple beams. They have smaller military ships and larger civilian ships. And finally, we have the Zenox, who are secretive, defensive lore keepers. You can see the victory condition for the Zenox race. Control the most runes in the galaxy, lose the fewest ships and bases in the galaxy, lose the fewest troops in the galaxy, build the planetary missile defense at a colony, and explore 100% of the galaxy. They don't have their very own like a special government. They prefer monarchy and democracy. We already talked about democracy. Their special research is Megatron Z4 shields, which are better shield, crystal sensors, which improves short range, and star beams, which are better weapons, accurate beam weapons. They gain bonus in shield research and espionage. Now if you got this far, you're clearly a fan of strategy games, so don't forget to subscribe so I can show you off brand new strategy games on this channel. And write down in the comments which race are you playing with and why everyone else should play with them as well. So I'll see you down in the comments. Bye bye!